righty. Are we live? Yes, we are. Oh my gosh. We're going to be talking about random stuff tonight, so let's see where it goes. But is there really any random in craps, or is it just luck? Or what are we going to talking about? What are we going to be talking about? Where are we going to go? We're going to find out because Jeremy's back and he's trying out new equipment right now.
Welcome to the Color Up Podcast. Whether you're a seasoned player or a beginner eager to step up to the table, this is your lucky podcast that's all about the thrill and strategy of the casino world. I'm your host, Jeremy. With me is Jim the Professor. Let's get rolling.
I didn't really think about you tying in the randomness of the dice to
Everything's
random talk.
Yeah, it could.
We
We
could
could
go that
definitely talk
way.
about that. Yeah, we could always talk about randomness.
Since it's
That's for
truly
certain.
random, right?
Yeah.
Seahawk for life. Thanks for popping in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we don't have. I mean, we have lots of topics and lots of ideas for shows, but today I'm like, I don't know. I wasn't planning on being here.
Yeah, we told everybody last week that we weren't going to be here, so I was in vacay mode when it comes to show prep.
Yeah.
And then I got your message a couple of 3 hours ago saying, "Hey, what about topic for tonight?" And
Yeah.
I was like, "Wait a minute! I thought we said we weren't going to be here." But I said, "I'm down anytime to hang out." So here we
Well,
are.
Naomi. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
hey,
didn't
Naomi.
realize. I'm like, well, here's what happened: is I went to Philadelphia, outside of Philadelphia, for a project to work on,
Okay.
and I thought I wasn't going to be back in time, but we finished early, so I came back in town early, and I was thinking. So the week was a blur, and I was like, well, we didn't do. I know we told the people that we were gonna. Yes, this is really live. We were gonna do or skip this week and then
Mhm.
come back. I mean, I was thinking in my head, for sure we skipped last week, but no, we did a podcast
Yes, we
a
did.
mere 7 days ago. Or
7
6, yeah, 7.
7 days. Yeah, 7 days in a
And
week.
So I'm like, well, we'll just we don't need a topic, but we can just say hi to the folks out there.
The faithful folks.
Yeah,
The Bryans and Mike and Naomi and Seahawk for
Yeah.
life. Thank you so much for dropping
so
on
if
in
you guys
and giving
have
us
something
a little
to talk
bit.
about, we're
Yeah,
more
yeah.
than
Y'all
willing
can
to talk about it.
put
We've
it
got
in
a
there.
couple news
Yeah.
things. We can continue our argument about 7%, which is now turned to 11%.
Going down. It's going down for real.
Yeah.
At least on the
Um,
strip.
Yep.
And
I
I've
got-
seen some videos by some big YouTubers showing what the minimums are on strip properties on a Friday, Saturday afternoon. I think it was Saturday. And they were not high like they used to be. Although a couple of the flagship properties were still, yes, very high. But one of your big guys.
that's what I said. They got to react. It's just how quickly will they react is the question.
And how quickly will we react to go back if
Right,
we choose
like-
to do so?
right, once they burn you or, whatever.
Once bitten, twice shy.
Yeah. Let's try to move this thing up here. See if it does what it's supposed to do. Glad you're up and running. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Hey, you want to tell them about what your new? Y'all might notice some differences on you guys here looking at it on YouTube or Facebook right now. But Jeremy's got a new camera thing that watches and follows him, and you want to talk about what that is? There you go. Taking them behind the scene tour
not
there.
too much, but that's why well, just because I tore down my normal camera and equipment,
Mhm.
and as part
Took
of
it
the
with
thing
you.
that I went
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
the work I did, and I told Jim I'd be on, about 30 minutes early to get ready for the podcast, and I look and I go, oh crap, I forgot I didn't set anything up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it takes a while to set up the camera, the official one, and the lights and everything. And so, but I just got this little, it's called a Pocket Osmo. DJI makes it. It's real tiny. I wish I could show it. Maybe I can, I could show
Yeah,
it.
if you pull up a screen or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Screen share.
Yeah. So it is what I got it in a different other kind of camera, about this big that I'm going to test as I'm going to a casino meeting tomorrow morning to talk about. It's kind of like it's almost a done deal, so I can almost announce it, but I'm not quite there.
You don't want to
so,
jinx it. Yeah.
But I'm going to the meeting tomorrow, and I'm bringing a couple different camera options to kind of set up and show them, hey, it's going to be out of the way. It's small, compact, but it's going to look great.
Awesome.
And so this is just one of the options, and it just happens to have like a tracking feature on it. And
now, are you going to have, when you say you're bringing cameras to show them, the idea is to show real table play?
Oh, yeah. The conversation is we're going as much as I can or want to, at minimum once a week, maybe as much as twice a week. They want to do it tape delayed. So I'm going to tell people a date so they can come and join me and join live, but I do have to delay it. They're like, we'd rather not completely live stream it just in case like
something
a
crazy
drunk guy jumps on the table, throws chips at it, something like that.
Yeah.
But they're like,
or
we don't need you to edit, or we're not worried about anything. It's just in case something completely crazy happens, we'd rather it not be live streamed. And so I agreed to that. I'm just going to go and kind of show, hey, can I set up here? Can I set up on the rail? Can I set up, I'm hoping to put maybe a camera on the stack of chips. And just like, hey, can a camera sit here? Or I'd really love to, like a table camera on the table. I know it'll depend on security, and I know they sometimes allow that, but then you could piss off a customer like, well, because my dice hit the camera, that's why there was a 7, right?
Right.
So,
but maybe you can time to the rails and that type of thing.
Yeah,
right?
There's all kinds of different ways. So I'm going to try to do a couple just to kind of give them a feel for what it could look like, and look at a couple different options myself as far as, this particular one is really wide. Maybe you can't tell because I'm only
close,
I'm only like less than 2 feet away, but it's a wide camera, so it'd give a wide view of the table.
Now, would you be able to talk it through and play strategies while you're on the table recording?
Yeah.
So instead of doing your 66 series at your studio at home, you could do 66 series.
Absolutely.
Live, tape
so there's
delay.
a couple different ways. I mean, we were initially with Sports Grid talking about developing an actual show. They don't want to invest in that right this minute, so they're like, well, just kind of do live craps, right? So and they're like, whatever you want to do. If you want to commentate other people playing, you want to play yourself and explain the strategy as you play through. It's really kind of open, so I'm probably going to try a couple things and just see what people like. I know one thing I won't be doing is, like
10,000
yeah. Hey, we're going $500 on all the numbers.
$1,000 for each box number. Yeah.
I've got $10,000 tonight, and because the casino's not fronting me money, and it would.
You're not going to be the next bluff.
I'm not going to be the next bluff. So I'll let him do his thing, and I'll do my thing, and maybe show how you play with $300 or something like that.
Okay.
But so that's the plan, and I'll get to announce it, and then we'll have people can come.
You can't announce the place, but is it going to be high table minimum, or have you had any talks with tables?
Haven't worked that out yet, so that'll be part of the meeting tomorrow.
Okay.
I want to I'm going to tell them, please, it just makes sense. Because for one thing, we're doing it on, their options are Sunday, which is after everyone kind of starts leaving. They're trying to keep people there.
Okay.
On a Sunday, and then Wednesday, which is just a really slow night for them. I said, I might be able to turn that around for you. And so they're slow nights anyway, so there's no reason they should be $15.
Right.
Yeah. So, which maybe the Wynn or Cosmo would say no way. So you can cross those off the list. It's not like the Wynn or the Cosmo. It's
so if we printed up a list, we could maybe figure it out where it's not, but not necessarily.
I guess, yeah. Some place who would not be willing to do $10 table on a Wednesday wouldn't be on the list. So
Okay, so probably not
yeah,
Caesar's Palace or the place with the
yeah, probably
fountains.
not right in
Yeah.
the center mid strip. So
Okay,
there you go.
all right, we'll work on it a little bit. So, cameras, microphones. Is there going to be like and this is in the details as far as recording area? Are they going to put signs up like I've seen other people, or is it just going to be exclusive you and your buddies?
No, I'm
At the
definitely.
table.
It's not going to be a reserved table. It'll be an open table. I think they talked about because it is a public place, they can put up a sign up, and anyone who walks around or in the casino, they don't care. Like that's
Okay.
on them.
All right.
But because the people at the table would be essentially subjects of the video,
Mm-hmm.
they are probably going to be having people sign a
Like a waiver
disclosure
thing
agreement.
before.
Yeah, a waiver
Yeah.
type thing. So,
Okay.
hey, I realize I am being filmed. I claim no right to this film. Blah blah blah. Something easy. So, it should be open to the public, and hopefully we can fill it up with color up people.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I'd
yeah,
like to
it
make
would
an
be
extra
awesome.
trip for Vegas. You know.
But if not, anyone would be welcome to join because it'll just be an open table. But people will most likely have to sign like a little waiver. And I don't think that's going to deter anyone because, they're going to get to be on the Color Up YouTube channel and be
Mhm.
semi-famous, right? So why not?
That's
Why
right.
not play? I guess
And-
maybe some people will like. No way.
Is the thought that when you're creating this content, it's going to merge together so you can eventually get it to the Sports Grid people as well? Is that a
Yeah, so I'll
possibility? Something you're
carve out
thinking
a
of?
certain. I think they're going to give me an expanded 1 hour on Sports Grid
Oh wow.
that I would be able to. My idea is I'll probably go and be there for 2 hours or so on these
Okay.
evenings, and then I'll probably pick like the most exciting, or pick like Well, for an hour on television, it's essentially
Yeah.
like 48 minutes or something, or 52.
Hopefully
minutes
somebody's
with
got a
commercials.
monster role in that.
Yeah, I would fill
2
up
hour
the whole
period.
thing, and I have to continue on the next episode. But yeah, so that the idea would be, once a week I might do my normal studio show, and then once a week it will be live from the casino, live casino action. So
Let me speak to the Sports Grid TV as a consumer, because this past week I told you I went back to work last week, and I was at work again this past week. And every morning I get up, you've had your TV show. The times change, and at 4 a.m. you would pop up, and there would be 4 episodes for 2 hours. And I would, as I was getting ready to go to work in the morning, I would listen. And one day I actually heard myself on there. Was
Ooh.
one of the times when I was helping you roll the strategies out.
right,
But you've done Dice Advice ones. You've done some old ones from how to play basic stuff. So it's really cool seeing all the little different ones pop up and the way the intros work and how actually Color Up has kind of changed. But tomorrow morning, for those of you who don't know, 6 o'clock a.m. on Sports Grid, Jeremy's Color Up show is going to be on at 6 and 6:30. So you got 2 half-hour
Coast time.
episodes. East Coast time, that's right. So-
very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be hit and play, but that's usually when I'm trying to go out the door 6. So I will
So
probably
I
get up a little
provide-
before then.
I provide 2 new episodes to them every week.
Okay.
And by new, sometimes it's brand new films. Sometimes they go out before they go on YouTube. I think that's the case this week. And then sometimes, like, I go out of town and I'm busy, and so I like edit an old archived video.
The Wayback
But I
Machine.
provide them with, so that's why sometimes you see some old stuff.
Yes.
So I provide them with 2 a week, and so then they air 2 a week.
Mm-hmm.
But my show has been doing really, really well. They said the numbers are quite phenomenal. And so they utilize as much as possible, and they run multiple reruns.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be on 8 times during the week, and they rerun some of the old ones.
This past week, you probably on, and this is me, my rough
Because you said at
count.
one time they ran 4 episodes back to back to back. Right?
Yeah, they've done it
Okay.
twice, 2 or 3 times this past week. This morning you had 2, and then tomorrow morning I think it's 2 starting at 6 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, so they're just utilizing the content, and then at this point I've provided them with
50,
I mean,
30?
2 for a week. For it's in October, it's a year, so
2 weeks.
we're getting close.
52.
On 100
Yeah, I was going to say
episodes or so.
52 weeks a year. That's it's 104.
Yeah, so they've got a substantial back catalog now that they throw in there too. So I have no idea or control over what they
Which ones?
what they air and stuff. But usually the ones that I send out to them each, I distribute them Sunday night. The following week, they're the ones that I give them, and then they rerun them as they see fit.
So every week there's new stuff that you put out on whatever day they release it. You don't know what's the premiere day of the Color Up Sports Grid.
No,
Okay.
they kind of shuffle it around a little bit, but I don't know. Like if I gave them 2 episodes tonight,
You don't know when they're going to air.
I don't. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But I think it'll air sometime this week, but then they may mix it in with some old shows and
Yeah, because
We
I
went-
actually saw
copy
one
'em
with
a couple times. And,
the Dice Advice with Mr. Gorn that aired this morning again, and I had already previously saw it earlier in the week. So I'm curious to see. Actually, I won't be able to tell because I'm leaving earlier now, or the show's coming on later. I won't be able to tell if it's a different whole set or if they keep rerunning the same ones that do well or whatever. So I'm kind of curious
Yeah,
to see how it all pans out.
well, yeah, I sent them early because I didn't think I'd be back in town today. So I sent them early because usually if I leave town, I send them like four or 6, in a row, or at one time. So I think the ones that they technically have for this upcoming week are brand new episodes that I probably won't be airing until next week on YouTube. So they may be
so
some brand new.
You're getting a
fresh-
heads up. Yeah,
fresh
getting a heads
stuff,
up. Yeah. Okay. Very good. So there's advantages to being one of the 20 people watching us right now.
Yeah, I wish I could do that. I've asked so many times about their schedule. They just said it's so dynamic and they switch it all around and stuff. So they do. It is somewhat automated. If you go on their website, like it'll tell you the very next time that it's airing, but it doesn't tell you like the reruns. I mean, on your TV, you can check through and you scroll through like the TV guide thing and you can see, but it doesn't break down which episodes or anything. It just says Color Up show. And so
I did find a TV when I Google. I say, "What time is Color Up coming on Sports Grid TV?" And there's a thing I think it's called TV Passport, and that TV Passport will have starting the next morning the day's events. Yeah, so you should check it out. I think it's called TV.
yeah, maybe I
Passport.
can look at something like that and then
Get a hand because you can do
copy
like
and
today,
paste it
tomorrow.
into Discord or something.
Yeah, so that way people will know. And there might be, 6 a.m. is 3 o'clock West, but when you were coming on at 4 Eastern, that's 1 o'clock in the morning. Maybe when the people are getting home from the casinos, they're coming in and watching little craps after they spent the evening.
Well, I will
playing
say,
craps.
I mean, for people like Crowd Pleaser and other club people, or maybe people that are listening, your experience on YouTube is probably going to be better anyway. I've recently become a YouTube premium person, so I don't get ads.
Okay.
But you can obviously go ad free on YouTube, where Sports Grid you're going to get ads. 2, I always cut out like the ending and like the dicer comparisons and all that stuff. I just don't have time for that in the TV shows, so those always get cut out. So
Not this morning's. You actually had one in there.
there
this
was one
morning.
I was like, the roll was too short. I'm like, shoot, I got to fill up time. So that's
Okay.
rare instance.
All right.
But almost always that gets cut out. So you'll get that in YouTube and you wouldn't get that on TV. And but I will say this, you're never going to see something on Sports Grid that you're not going to get on YouTube. So YouTube gets not necessarily in order
first.
of first.
It's
but,
first. All right.
I'm not
Usually
like creating special new content that's exclusive over there. So
Okay.
you don't have to worry about missing out or FOMO or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a different venue for my stuff. Holy Roller, I think, asked about the recording in?
Oh, when you go
Will
live.
people be heard on the microphone, or is it just you on microphone? It's probably I got to figure that out, but it's probably going to be a mixture of both.
So you'll be wearing a mic, and then there'll be a mic near the camera.
Likely I'm going to have some microphones to pick up the table talk, because that's a big part of it, right? Hearing the dealer, hearing the players. So I'd love to kind of mix that in. And then, you know, when it's episodes where I'm explaining something or I'm showing a strategy or something like that, I would be mic'd close so you can hear me for sure. But I'd love for it to be kind of like fly on the wall, getting to experience, you know, table game, and that, well, makes it easier on me, right? Because I don't have to.
Right. Yeah. No, I don't. I hear you, but I want you to teach people how to play, and you're just
Maybe.
say you can say, watch this, turn my bets off.
Yeah.
One roll only. See?
Yeah.
That's the
I could-
difference. My come bet is still working, but all these other bets, and then when the money comes down, I said, look, they returned my come bet. It's like getting a little rebate, you know, or 7 on a come out roll. You get your odds back or whatever. See how great that is? No, we'll see.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of things
You
that
can
I could do teaching wise in a real game environment. People might really appreciate, but on the other hand, it might go too fast, or might be hard to explain things, or I'm like trying to gamble with my own, you know, with
You
money.
got to
and
start off small.
I don't know.
you
We'll see how it
6 and
goes.
8.
So
Mhm.
I have ideas of what I would like to see it as, but we'll get there. This is just a starting point, but it looks like at minimum I'll get to start setting up cameras and, you know, sharing footage from a casino. So
And
not
you'll
that
put it on
not that
YouTube
it's brand
first.
new at this
Yeah,
point. When
yeah.
I started this process, no one was doing it, and now a lot of people do it. But this might be the first time that it's not like a reserve table.
Yeah, because usually when Bluff's playing, it's just him,
Mhm.
right? And then, and you know, when Brian with Hawaiian Crap Shooters, it's usually his crew. The
Right.
entire tables there. I'm trying to think. When Alex and David go, I think they're just down their end of the table filming. I don't know if it's a private table though, but I think it's just them. But maybe there's other people there besides them. So maybe it could be a first.
And I don't know that makes it better or worse or anything like that. Like I said, I would love for it to be just color up people around the table, because usually they're a great crowd, right? They have
Oh, yeah.
fun.
Absolutely. That would be a
they have
really
good
cool thing
attitudes
for
and
your
stuff.
YouTube channel too. You know, say, hey, you got 120 whatever thousand people, and you say, hey, on this date at this casino.
Yeah, for this
whatever it's
month,
gonna
here's
be.
the dates. I'm going to be
Yes.
at the casino. Come out and play.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
What he followed up, what will make yours different than other YouTubers? Sounds like a great opportunity. Well, that's going to be the tricky part now. You know, I don't know that I was the first with the idea, but I've been working on it forever, and people have passed me up and got into the casinos. But I think part of it is most of them are, you know, it is just them at the table, and they're like, hey, watch me turn $10,000 into 50,000 or 0 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's definitely not what I'm going to be. Mine's going to be about the game for the regular folk. So I think mine might be different in that it will be highlighting all the people at the table.
It could be careful what you wish for. You might get it. You know?
Yeah,
Now,
exactly.
now what you're going to do. So,
But I would love to develop a crowd that are, you know, if people are going to know the schedule when to come in, it would be fun to have regulars like, hey, this is this is the high roller at the table. This is the jerk at the table. This is the guy who always calls his bets off of the table. You kind of learn
here's the
build
low house
characters.
edge guy. Yeah.
Yeah, here's exactly, and have all these different kind of characters be developed. And that's kind of the ideal from my show, but which is at this point not really going to happen. Now it's going to be, you know, glorified YouTubing. But you know, again, I'm going to kind of feel it out and see which way we end up going, and whether it's, you know, more me on mic and camera and, you know, showing things in a live setting, or if it is more. I like the idea of it being fly on the wall. You get to see and hear everything happening on at a table at any given Wednesday night or Sunday night, Wednesday night.
Will any of the crew be mic'd at all?
I don't know.
Could
It's a
see-
possibility. I could certainly do it.
Okay. Because
They said I'm going to have like full access to them, and that's why they're like, well, you could put cameras on the other side inside the pit.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, I think I could be creative and figure out what works.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be cool.
Any thoughts of having a super slow-mo camera to capture footage to maybe see if dice setting influencing makes a difference?
I don't know. The two
in a
cameras I'm bringing,
in a real table condition.
yeah, the two cameras I'm bringing do film in 120 frames per second, so that would be substantial slow motion. I mean, it's doable. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that. I don't know. Maybe one episode will be look at the dice as they
Okay.
flip and toss and turn, no matter how nice of a shot.
Now Naomi had a little question. She says if it is on Sunday, we'll move the podcast to a different time. I guess we'll have to.
I guess we'll have to.
Yeah. We'll
I didn't
figure
really think
something
about
else
that. Sorry, Jim. I didn't put you first in my head when I'm talking with these
out.
people.
It's like I told you day one. If you got to get rid of me anytime, you go. I know there's some golfing ladies
Where's
out
Mama?
there.
I would absolutely. This camera's in front of me. I would love it if you filmed at the Stratosphere. Oh, they changed the name to the Strat. Well, I guess it's been a while now, right?
Yeah, it's still the Strat, right? I mean,
It's the Strat now. It's no longer the Stratosphere.
Yeah, but even on the maps and everything, it says, and on the webpage, it says the Strat. Doesn't say
it's
Stratosphere.
officially the Strat. It's not Stratosphere, but well, I'm curious why you'd like that one. There's certainly a lot of cool options.
Maybe because it's crapless. They're the home of the crapless one.
Yeah, they started it, right?
Oh, and when you do film, is it going to be on a regular table or a crapless table or both? Could be.
That'll be a question for the meeting. And that is one of my questions. Because I'd rather it not be. I mean, but every once in a while, it's fine. I don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
The place does. Jim is right. It's crapless. It's all crapless. They don't have any regular games. I don't know if I would want to be in a casino that does only crapless. But yeah, just about. I mean, I'm not going to say just about everyone, but it might be just about everybody has crapless now.
Okay.
So it could, yeah. I mean, but I'd feel comfortable and like to show the game, the standard game, the majority of the time, to put in crapless. And then also part of that talking to them is, how often and when can I get in there and film on their, bubble machines and that sort of thing. Cause that content always people like. So, and they have 10 times odds. So, okay, he likes crapless and 10 times odds.
Oh.
Yeah, that's cool.
I do 10. I usually try to do 10 times odds at least once a trip. So.
Do you really get up ever that high?
Oh, yeah.
When you build it, what if you haven't built it up? Because I know you start with single or double odds, but
yeah,
you have to be in
go
profit,
trouble.
right?
Oh yeah, I have to be in profit. If I get up in big profit, I usually do it on the pass line too. I'll say I'll start off slow, and as the long roll goes, I'll keep adding to the odds till it's 10 times. And it's nice when it hits.
So regardless of the
stings.
number?
Yeah, I don't.
I mean,
care,
would you be
6,
like,
8,
yeah, I'm not going to do in 10 times odds on the
4? No, I'll do it whatever. Yeah, if I'm up, I'll do it. As long as the roll keeps going, absolutely.
Well, and I mean, he mentioned the Strat, but I mean, 10 times odds, that's rare on the Strip, right? That's usually downtown because now you're kind of a downtown player, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, now. But, if things keep going the way they are and table minimums keep coming down, I will return to the Strip and the big name.
Yeah,
property.
maybe we should talk about that a little bit. I know there was some new articles.
Yeah, we can pull up one or two if you want to do that. Oh, well, how about that one that is just scary for me as a tables player that you told me right before the show started?
Okay, I could probably bring that up. Let's see.
Yeah, you got it. I've got one of
I
them.
believe so.
Okay, I just was trying to remember
Yeah,
how to do
I
it.
can bring it up. Is it up there? Yeah.
Yes.
Golden Gate to replace. So they had shared news that because Golden Gate has one craps table,
Mm-hmm.
and it was I like it. They have they're old school. They wear like bow ties and suspenders, and it kind of gave a cool vibe. And I know it was announced like a week or so ago that they were removing the craps table.
Mm-hmm.
This is Golden Gate Casino in downtown Vegas on Fremont Street. And well, part of the reason, I mean, like, no wonder you're not doing that great because it's one of those trampoline things. We've experienced a similar trampoline type style table at Ellis
Mhm.
Island for one of our dice cons.
Yes.
And I asked them, the following year, hey, we can't come if it's like that again. It's not fun. Like,
Right.
It's one thing to be bouncy, but it's another, like, you can't even keep the dice on the table no matter how you roll. It's just
Yeah.
not fun. And Golden Gate had one of these, tables that just, you couldn't keep the dice on the table. So that might have been part of their problem.
Yeah.
But they were removing the craps table, but I guess the casino has confirmed that they're removing
All of them. All table games. So that
all
means
table games.
blackjack, roulette. I don't know. Do they have the what's the one where you play against the dealer?
Baccarat.
Baccarat. Or do they have that there as well?
I don't know. But it is interesting because I think the Golden Gate Casino is like the oldest casino or oldest running or something like that. I mean, it's been around forever. And they it's the owner, it's part of the Circa D and Golden Gate.
Yes.
So I guess at this point,
Derek
it's like the
Stevens.
stepchild of the family. Yeah, Derek Stevens, the owner.
Mhm.
And he tried to frame it in a nice, I think it was like, there's a quote in here, something about, so they're going to switch to the hybrid games,
Yeah, tables. And
electronic.
less dealers. But I did see on one of the articles where they're transferring all the dealers to the D and across the
Yeah,
street.
they said no dealers are losing their job. They're moving them to the other casinos, which is always a concern, when these electronic table games came out.
Yeah.
But it was funny how they said, "Oh, it's an exciting new change, looking to the future," or something like that. I don't know where the quote is, but I'm like, yeah, right.
Yeah. Now I will
Um,
tell you this: on another article I have I think it's Vegas Advantage. I'm looking at it says Golden Gate has shrunk its pit twice before since the pandemic. First, there were several table games in the back that were removed, and later a craps table disappeared to make room for the electronic table game. So they've been going at it for a while, apparently.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if it's just how it's run, but I mean, the other ones are doing fine. So it is interesting that particular one.
there's
It's kinda-
69 casinos in the Vegas market that have live table games. And when Golden Gate removes, it's going to drop to 68. And then it says Poker Palace will close around the end of September. And that will be the number of casinos will be moved to 6 with live table games will be at 67. So looks like there's some shrinkage going on, to use a Seinfeld term, Mr. Color Up.
Yeah.
So it's got anything to do with the 7% or 11%?
I mean, some places there is an article that I don't need them pulled up, but one of the owner of the Wynn was kind of saying that the claims were exaggerated about Vegas, but so the Vegas Strip is kind of having trouble, but there are properties on the Strip that are doing great. The Wynn being one of them, which had their quarter revenues were up substantially.
Okay.
And then the state overall, the revenues were for June $1.3 billion, which is a 3.5% increase from their record breaking June of 2024. So gambling's doing fine.
Yeah,
There
but
are
it's
just
the,
parts
the
of the
big
strip.
players. The big players are,
That's
are
true.
doing
So-
it. It's not like regular people because those numbers continue to drop. The rooms and the hotels and everything, they continue to drop. So hey, George, how you doing? Roadhouse is
Right.
there.
And we kind of touched on that because the local casinos, they're also reporting, numbers are up, visitors are up, revenue's up, everything's up. So it just happens to be parts of the strip. And I think it really goes back to what we kind of talked about is the value's just not there. Like, so the locals don't need to go there. They can get better places everywhere else. And
Right.
they're not going any. It's not like they're just staying home because the numbers are up off strip.
The
And then,
Californians and the Canadians are staying away though.
yeah. So the casino, the high end places, they're not being hurt. They're having record numbers as well
Mm-hmm.
because they cater to, the high roller. They're not affected by, worries of the economy or job stuff. They're still going to go and do their entertainment. They're not worried about, is the table $10 or $25, right? They're still coming to play. So it really is like the little man that is getting squeezed out
Mm-hmm.
and deciding, hey, not to come, and you meant, Canadians, that maybe that has to do with like the border and tariffs and travel and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many factors that are beyond me, but
Yeah.
California really doesn't have an excuse other than the value's just not there for them. Like there's plenty of casinos in California. I mean, granted, they've got the weird California card craps, but maybe they're included in that number of people that are going off strip.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not all just all locals, but maybe it is California folks that are hitting these off strip, because if they're driving 4 hours in, what's the difference? They go 20 minutes one way or the other, and they've got great gaming, great comps, people that take care of them,
Mm-hmm.
not $50 parking, ridiculous food prices, resort fees that are more than the hotel room. Why bother? So that's the weird thing. They've kind of shot themselves in the foot for the little guy or the middle class. And like you said, some are trying to make a change, but are they doing it too slow? Right?
Yeah.
Is the ship turning too slow?
I know the first two Dice Cons I stayed on the strip, and every time before that I stayed on the strip, and then the last two times I've been to Vegas during Dice Cons, I stayed downtown, and that was partly because there was a lot of people doing stuff downtown with the club, but we still
Right.
had some people staying
For
on the strip.
convenience.
Yeah, convenience, and they had people who were staying on the strip still, but I did not. I didn't want to feel obligated to go to a place, because when you get the free room, you kind of feel obligated. You want to keep your status,
Mm-hmm.
and with my bankroll, I didn't want to be, especially when the table games were $25 from the previous year. I didn't want to go there, and if I wasn't a winner on the first night, I might not be hanging around the second night, that kind of thing. So we'll see. We'll see if they get smart and stop with the parking, and if everybody else blinks and doesn't charge for parking, those places need to blink too, especially if they're
Yeah,
making
and some of them have.
revenue.
I know, especially on the North Strip. Like I believe it's Resorts World, Fountain Blue,
Mm-hmm.
Sahara already had pulled parking fees. So, yeah, I mean, at some point. I don't know how much that moves the needle, right? Oh, parking, but it's something to think about, I guess, especially for the California folks, right?
Yeah.
While driving. It's one thing if you're flying in, you may rent a car, but a lot of people are still taxiing and Ubering and using the tram or walking. But yeah, California people are probably coming in a car, and why just jab them, right?
Yeah. Right.
With
It's
an
an eye
extra little
poke.
fee.
It's an eye poke.
Yeah,
Right from the get go.
yeah.
It's
I
like you're
that
walking
term.
in. Hey, we want $50. Ow. Yeah,
Right.
it's a poke in the eye.
Right.
So-
Unless you're a big player, right? Unless you've gotten whatever gold or whatever, which is
And that, or 7
that
stars.
you've gained, and that's
or
substantial
diamond.
levels before you get free parking. It's not like the couple
Yeah,
lower
it's not
tiers.
the first one. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so maybe they've got to do some stuff with that. I did see some other things too, like the terms of the games. Where is that? Muhammad said blackjack's 6 to 5. Okay. It used to be what, 3 to 2, right?
Yep.
And some people who might not know about payouts and things might say, hey, what's the big deal? Well, it's tremendous difference in the two games, right?
Yeah,
House edge
huge.
wise, huge. And I don't think the pros are going to be doing that. And maybe there's some other reasons why these places are going down, but eventually they're going to be laying off people. It's going to have to change because I think they priced their way out of it, and they need to lower.
I feel like it's not the economy overall. I think I think they've kind of shot their own selves in the foot a little bit. They took advantage of people a little too long, a little too hard.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm wrong about that, but
We'll see.
George said California Hard Rock Casino and Sky River, both Indian casinos, play regular. Yeah, there's some that started down in the south in the San Diego area, and they've removed them. But yeah, I've heard a couple of places up around in the North
numbers
Sacramento
match
area.
the order of the pips on the dice, correct?
Yeah,
what's
so the
going on?
cards they lay out 1 through 6 and leave them 1 through 6. So whenever you roll a 1, they turn over card 1, which happens to be
The ace.
the
Yeah,
card that says
probably.
1.
Oh, there's a
Right, and
1
they-
on it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's not like an ace that means 1. It's not regular cards.
Yeah, it is an ace.
Oh,
It's
it
an
is
eight,
ace.
yeah,
Okay,
ace or 1.
okay.
And
All
then
right, so-
and then a 5 is the whatever they use, a 5, a dime. And some casinos do it different, and they print out the dice combos. There's a bunch of different ways, but they have to do it on cards, and there's 36 cards, and then some use just 6 cards, right, 1 for each dice.
Mhm.
And so if you roll a 1-5, they push up card 1 and card 5, and so in those cases, card 1 and card 5 happen to have is the 5 and the 1. So the dice is the same as the cards.
So if you get 1, then it's an ace, or if it's aces,
Yeah.
then they both have whatever that one. They always correspond.
Right. Whereas
Okay.
everyone else is mixing up the cards. So, you roll a 5, they push up card 5. It could be a 3 on the card. And so
Mhm.
your 5 on the dice rolled a 3 on the card. So that's how they are most
Okay.
casinos. But there are some that are kind of getting away with it a little bit. So, and I don't know if it was, the gaming commission or who got on them, but the ones in San Diego, at least, they stopped doing that, and the Northern California people are still doing it. So I'm not sure how that works, but
Maybe one
enjoy
of
it
'em
while
is
you have
more
it.
rule followers than the rest. But
Yeah, I guess.
Cole put up here, he says that they're also being very deceitful with the 000 roulette. Several casinos use their logo as 000s, and it makes it look like 00 roulette. So
Yeah, they use their logo, or some lean into it and say they advertise it. Hey, there's another way to win, and so sometimes it's like a little bonus if you hit the 000 logo one. It's like, you get 100 to 1 or something if you hit this one.
Yeah, I think though a lot of the places came down with that advertising after the outcry from the
Yeah.
community because they knew that, hey, look, this is bad, and they're
Yeah.
trying to make it sound like it's a good thing.
But it's still out there, and I go through casinos all the time, and they'll be right next to each other. And it's one thing because, like for instance, blackjack. A lot of times, yes, a lot of places are 6 to 5 blackjack now. But if you go to a higher limit table, like $100 table, you could still get like a 3 to 2 game, right? So the rules are still good if you're willing to play higher. You go by a lot of roulette tables, and one, there'll be $10 roulette tables. One has 000, one has 00, and people are playing at the 000. Like,
Wow.
what are you doing? What are you doing?
Tell me you don't know by doing something that you don't know or whatever.
Right. Like
Yeah.
it's right. It'd be like if there's two exact crap tables, one has triple in the field and one has double in the field. Other than that, they're 5 feet away from each other. Why would you choose the worst one? Or, one has 10 times odds and one is 3, 4, 5 times odds.
Mhm.
Why would you choose the worst one? It doesn't make sense. It's just lack of knowledge, and so they can take advantage of that.
Kind of almost like craps and crapless craps. Maybe. I mean, for me anyway. I know
Yeah,
some
for
people
you,
like the
for you
excitement.
as a combat player, it's
Yeah.
crapless crabs is a disaster.
Yeah.
It takes the edge.
Unless you get, 9 of those suckers up there.
with your secret,
Yeah.
your super secret
Strategy.
9-point method,
Yeah.
dolly method.
9-point dolly. But it happens.
Let's see what Cole said here. I got my first ever comp offers for free rooms at Fremont from now on until the end of the year, except for a few weekends. Got cheap airfare, so Golden Arm Candy now will be making the trip in November. Oh, very
wow.
nice.
Hey, maybe they can, if you set up your, place and time at this unnamed casino, maybe they can join you.
Yeah, I'd love to have them out and have her throw one of her monster rolls,
68.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great content.
That would be awesome if you could get that done. And as long as you don't have one of them deals where like the casino gives you the chips to play with, and then you have to give them all the chips back. Like if you could do it with real money, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see here. Oh, crowd pleaser. I don't know if you want to handle this one. This one might be too hot to handle, but yeah, he's been busy. He was off on location this past week, so he has not had his chance to do his streaming. And
But I will tell you.
you are going to say.
Oh yeah, I mean it's for the people like him.
All right.
So there were several people. I have a sign-up bonus of 56 green coins,
Yes, green.
which is essentially like the social casinos. It's all fake for fun, but you can get a daily 1 green coin, which you can play through in exchange for cash, essentially crypto
Eventually,
and then the cash,
yeah,
right?
Eventually.
But my sign-up bonus that I've been with my sponsor, I've been sharing with everyone through email and all my live streams is, hey, you use my code, you get 56 of those. So that's a big deal because essentially you can go on, kind of cycle through them and immediately cash out for like $50, right?
In theory.
In theory, as long as you don't lose it, you still have to kind of gamble it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so people have been saying, hey, I've not been getting my 56 coins. And so I went back to them and said, hey, people are telling me they're not getting my 56 coins. I do not appreciate lying. I mean, unknowingly, but
Yeah,
I was trying to make it dramatic as I can.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm unknowingly sharing this information, and people are supposed to get 56 and they're not getting 56. So something is wrong with the back end system, not set up correctly. And so I said, I can't, how can I continue to
In good conscience. Yeah.
promote a sponsor who's not taking care of the end customer, right? I mean, that was the deal. That's what my people are supposed to get in lieu of me shouting out your name. Well, not shouting out their name, but everyone knows who they are.
Mm-hmm.
But using the sponsor and they're not following through on their end, it's no good for me. It's no good for them either. It's a black eye for everyone. So they got to get it fixed. But they're following up on it. So there's no news on that I've heard. But that's until it's fixed, I'm not going to continue to say, hey, join and sign up and get your 56. I can't do it. I don't have the proper information at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So it's on pause.
Yeah,
It's
now
just how things
I will
go.
say this, crowd pleaser. I've worked my coins back up to 6 now.
Oh, okay.
And but yeah.
So Jim is one of the people who signed up. It kind of a little different situation, kind of. But either way, he did not get 56. He started with 1, and you can get 1 a day. But
And I did get up over 25, and then I made instead of putting 1.1 as far as the cash out,
okay,
I was watching a Netflix thing with my wife, and it was supposed to be. It was going to cash out at 11, instead of
Oh.
1.1.
Which is probably not very unlikely, right?
And then, yeah, and I was just sitting there hitting play again, play next, play again, play next, not even paying attention. And then when I got through with it, they were all gone. And by the time I looked down, so then I worked it back up to 5 again, and now I'm at 6, and I'm going to try to get it back up there. So we'll see. So it'd be
Brian's
nice
one
if
of the
it can
people
happen.
who kind of runs a stake thing. He actually has a little channel on it where he shows something daily. And I clicked on it, I think yesterday, maybe it was today. I don't know, somewhat recently. And he's now he's earning $100 a day now that he's
got a
kind of worked his
YouTube
way up.
Yeah, he's got a YouTube kind of thing or something
Yeah.
with it. I forget what the strategies are called, but Brian, if you're still around,
Yeah, I don't
jump
mind
in.
shouting out your channel.
Yeah, but I
It's
can't
like
remember
daily
what it
cash
was.
flow or something.
Is that it?
But it is fascinating. He's kind of worked his way up and is now essentially earning $100 a day with this thing. In the video, he mentioned the other day he had lost 400. So I mean,
okay.
it is gambling. Daily cash flow with stakes. So there you go. You could check that out on YouTube. But it's Brian Daly turning these green coins into real cash, and
Wow.
at this point, it's a nice little side hustle for 10 minutes a day. Yeah.
And then crowd
But
pleasers
yeah,
up to
it is
38.
still
so
it is
that's
still a
impressive.
risk.
Yeah, it's
But
no
at least it's
guarantees.
risk. Yeah.
Individual results may vary.
Right, but if you can work
Absolutely.
your way up with,
Yeah, and that's what
it's-
I'm doing.
what risk is it? As long as you don't actually go into, because that's what they want you to do. They want you to take your credit card or whatever and buy some coins.
And then
And,
I
but you
remember
don't have
Brian
to.
was saying something, and once you do that, you have to go through it, the entire thing 3 times every day or something, or
Well,
remember
everything.
what it was.
It's to cash out a. I'm not being sponsored, right? I'm not. I say I'm not promoting my sponsor, but I'm kind of promoting my sponsor now. But that was a great question. No, all the green coins, like you said, you had 25. You have
I
to
got
play
up to
through,
25
Yeah, you have to play through those 3 times in order to cash it out
Cash
in
'em out.
crypto.
that day. Okay. So you don't have to play it every day. You just need to do it
No, once you've
On the
cycled
day-
through it, it's
once
good to
you get
go.
up. Okay.
I'm over
Interesting.
3,000 and started at 0, or started with 1. Right? They give
One,
you
yeah.
1.
Yes,
Um,
and
one a
I'm
day.
no math major, Brian, but I do know if you double 0 and then triple the 0, you still end up with 0. So, yeah. Math
Yeah, at this
teacher,
point, I mean, even
kinda
he can
stuff
afford to
ain't gonna
give
fool
back
me.
$400 in a day,
yeah.
and be okay. But yeah,
And
so you
that's-
could check
that's
out.
gonna
He does
be-
it in a very strategic manner.
And that's going to be with the what do you call those things? Crypto coins, right?
I wasn't supposed to mention the full name because you're not supposed to say that word, the S word. It starts with S and T and ends with K and E. You're not supposed to say that.
Did I
The
say it?
YouTube bots listen. No, I read the name because that's the name of his channel, Daily Cash Flow with
Blank beep
with
Yeah.
blank. Yeah,
Maybe
that's one of the things the bots are like.
just get it out
searching
post
for.
production. If there was
Yeah,
any production,
I'm not doing any post production on the very minimal. Although I don't know. Although I gotta follow up tomorrow. The podcasts were supposed to be. I sent them to them 2 weeks ago. They should have started coming out again.
Yeah,
and
they're
not.
Yeah, I haven't seen
So
any of
I
them.
got to follow up with them. But there's a couple episodes that I did like I used to do. But there are a couple newer episodes that I kind of used AI to help take out. For instance, me going,
ums and ahs. Yeah. Ticks, and ahs, if we call
yeah, it
them,
takes out and then some gaps and stuff like that. So I'll be curious to hear them. Well, I've heard them kind of whenever I made them, but it seemed like usually our podcasts are about 45 minutes or so of actual content because I don't usually throw in the monster roll
The
of
monster
45
roll,
minutes
right.
or so.
Mhm.
And on the 5 or so episodes I ran it through, it usually cut out about 2 to 3 minutes of us
Oh wow.
saying
Filler
stupid
words.
gaffes or
Yeah.
filler words and stuff like that. So you can look forward to less filler words in the podcast moving
Okay.
forward. But yeah, I do very little post production editing. I try to, Anyway,
Okay. Very good. So, and there's a filler word you can get out later. Look at you.
there you can see the edge
The
of the
table.
table, my closet. Everything's a mess. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the volume was working good. We saw that at the beginning. A lot of people said the volume was there. Other than the
And no changes, by the way, with audio, and because it was just like right now my back's hurting and sitting like so. Like the last couple of weeks, I kind of sit back like this, and it's a drastic
Jim's
difference.
too loud.
Jim's too loud. No, it's not Jim being too loud. It's Jeremy being way too quiet and
Too far away.
when I should be up on the microphone.
And they really
Should
want to
be.
hear from you, not me anyway. So that's good.
Well, I don't know about
Yeah.
that. We're a
No,
good team, I
definitely.
think.
We're trying. And I'm
And I
trying.
certainly couldn't fill an hour by myself.
Oh, I think you could. I think you
What
could.
would I talk? I mean, like you said, you're the professional time killer, sucker
Yeah,
upper. Like you
yeah.
could fill time as a teacher, no problem, right?
Right. That's true.
Me less so.
That's true.
Especially like today, I didn't put it on the main channel, so we don't have as many people live with us. I just put it on my podcast channel, which at some point I got to decide what to do with that.
Yeah. You
Like,
keep-
there's no
you keep
reason to
saying
run them
that, yeah.
simultaneously. I did it because initially I felt like it was
Yeah, hurting.
hurting the main
Yeah.
channel, because they kind of consider watch time, and podcast obviously doesn't do as well as strategy videos. So, but I don't think that was the case, and it's been doing fine over there on the main channel. It doesn't do,
Yeah,
great.
it's not 50,000.
It has
views in
it has a
24
smaller
hours or
audience
whatever.
compared to
Yeah.
the right strategies, but
Mhm.
it's fine.
Okay.
And it's nice, and it's all contained on one channel. And so I don't know that there's a reason to keep the
I defer to you
podcast channel going.
because I have no idea about that.
do promo clips on the main point in here, but what end? Like, why would I send people over here to the podcast, the YouTube?
So you could be like
podcast channel?
Mr. Beast, philanthropy. He's got all these revenue streams and all. Brian's talking about.
I
different
guess, but now,
revenue
I mean,
streams. Yeah, but you got
I
to get
would-
up to what 10,000 to be monetized now, or is it 2,000?
1,000 subscribers. So
Is
I would
it
have to
still
build
1,000?
yeah, it's 1,000 subscribers, and it's like 4,000 watch hours, which I think we've
Okay.
got the watch time, the hours, that many hours, but I don't think we have that many subscribers. But then, so it starts earning $10 a month over there. I'm already monetized and getting my $10 a month or whatever it is, per
Okay.
episode on the main channel. So I don't know why. There's a couple people that watch on Facebook, Naomi. So you're
Yeah.
not the only one. You're the
Yeah, I
only one
do.
who usually comments on a regular basis.
And usually you're the one that's live on there doing it. But I do have some people who watch on my feed because they reach out to me, and then every once in a while they'll pop up.
Yeah, and
and
Facebook
watch
makes
live.
sense because it's completely different audience and platform and everything. But I don't know why I would move from the main channel and keep promoting the smaller podcast channel where it's the exact same thing. So
Mhm.
it is nice when, like today, I didn't go on the main channel because we didn't really have a topic. I figured we might be.
But we've got
meandering.
a couple doozies coming up though next week.
Yeah,
and the week
yeah, we got
after.
some good episodes that we've got coming up. So
Mhm.
good stuff. But this one didn't have a topic, and I was like, I don't even know what to. So in that case, I just threw it on this channel, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe it should be like a behind the scenes channel, and I show more stuff and just or use it as like a club channel. I can maybe do it that way, but I don't know.
We'll figure it out. I got faith in you. You will figure it out.
Do a
Muhammad
podcast
put-
about slots on Color Up Slots.
Oh yeah, Brian joking around again. Muhammad just put up there. He says he's has an offer for 4 nights at the Bellagio. Very well, good. Based on his play at Borgata, Atlantic City. Has anyone ever played craps there? Jeremy, have you ever played?
I have not played craps there, but I enjoy watching the craps play there because it's usually $50 or $100
yeah.
tables.
Yeah.
But I love the kind of where they're at and the awnings above the tables, and it's a really nice casino, but way too rich for my blood.
And that's also one of the ones in my chip collection that I do not have a chip for, because I like Craps fan in the Discord. He gets a chip every place that he's played at, but when I walk in there and it's $50 at the flagship property, so it's big money over there.
I have seen it at $25, but Yeah, if you go on a
only
Tuesday
time
morning, you can get
maybe first thing in the morning. Maybe that's
Right.
what I need to do. But when I walk through there at night, it's $50.
yeah,
and that's just
that's kind of the going rate over there. So
yeah.
no, I haven't played it, but it seems to be
It's a beautiful
yeah.
place. Beautiful as far as MGM properties and the way they do it with the flowers and all that kind of stuff.
He
It's
didn't know it was
just
that
nice.
expensive. Yeah, yeah. I guess but it's MGM, right? So you can take
Yeah, you can play anywhere.
stay there because I haven't stayed there, but it's one of the nicer properties on the strip. So I'm sure the rooms are very nice. And then as long as you play at an MGM property, there's plenty of them. Go all the way down. If you want cheaper games, go to the Excalibur or Luxor.
Luxor down there.
Or,
Yep.
whatever. I think as long as your play is at MGM, you'll be fine. You don't necessarily have
Mhm.
to play.
And you can take
At
if you get
Bellagio.
on Bellagio, you get off the train. What do you call the thing? The monorail or whatever it is. Not monorail. A little tram.
They have little
tram.
on the
They stop
on the
there.
west side of the strip.
yeah.
They've got like 3 ones that connect a couple hotels.
Yes. There's
On the
three
east side of the
spots.
strip, they got one that goes the whole way.
Right, but this one is free and
Yeah.
it stops at MGM properties.
Yeah.
So you could go down there. And the last one is what's the one with the V that starts down there?
Vidara.
Vidara. That's where it gets on. So you can walk through. What's the name of the place where they're non-smoking? Park. You can walk
Park MGM,
yeah, walk
New
up.
York. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can walk through Park to the Vergata. You said. What's the name of it?
Vidara. Yeah, I think it
Vidara.
stops at
Yeah, that's where you
Vidara.
get on.
Cosmo,
Vidara.
that kind of city
There's
center
another
area.
one. Yeah.
So you can go down there, and then just walk through
And
Park.
it's free.
You can get off at Park MGM,
Yep.
then walk
right at
through
the
New
end.
York, and then cross the street over to the Excalibur, and then from the Excalibur you can ride another free
Do
tram from
yeah, you can do
Luxor
Luxor.
and Mandalay Bay.
Yep.
Mandalay Bay, the prices will go back up, but Luxor and Excalibur are probably your cheapest options for
yeah.
MGM properties.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
that's
as
what
long
would
as you
say.
go and play at an MGM property, you'll be okay.
Yeah. And I don't know if they'll give you the spot to go over there or not, but maybe they will. Usually when I look on mine with MGM, it'll be like stay 6 nights or a week at Excalibur, and it might say 2 nights on a weeknight at Bellagio, that kind of thing. So
I hope you have a better week, Naomi.
yes, good for you, Naomi. Good seeing you. So there you go. Excalibur, New York, price range. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and you can stay over there. You can log in with your number, and it'll show you. And you might just want to just say, "Hey, and stay in over there." You can just stay at New York, and just get up and go back to the
Yeah.
room quickly. So
But
you
if
don't
he's
have to
got a
make
nice
the-
Bellagio, just stay at the Bellagio and then go down to the other places to play.
Okay, I would just
Oh, yeah, however you want to do it.
yeah. It could be either way. If he's got
But yeah, I
somebody
think as
going
long
with
as you
him,
play
yeah.
at a MGM property, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
the
That's how
comps will
they get
keep
their
coming.
points on it.
You
Mhm.
probably don't want to go play at the Caesars properties after you use the Bellagio because then your offers will dry up.
Yeah, definitely.
I did not
Yeah,
know Borgata was MGM.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what
Yeah,
I
you don't
really-
get out to the East Coast. As
I don't
far
get
as
out
playing
much,
crap.
so-
Yeah.
it's not surprising that I didn't know.
hmm But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and you can probably Muhammad probably gets air to go to Biloxi or wherever, Lawton or wherever else too. So he can get out and about, I'm sure. What else you want to talk about there, Mr. Color Up, as we race over an hour for an episode that'll never go anywhere? Got luck, That's
Oh,
that's
here,
going to be
I
a good
actually
one.
this is the camera that I'm using. There's the picture on the box.
Okay, yeah.
It's just like a little guy, the building gimbal, and it's kind of meant for vlogging, but it's got a really small footprint that I can put creatively anywhere around a craps table. So that's why I'm kind of
And you can put your memory cards in there and all that stuff, and the battery
Mhm.
life lasts a good long
Yep.
while.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get a little extension on the battery, and
Okay. Very good. Let's see. What do you put on?
Well,
here?
Unless you have something else, I think we'll just shut this guy down.
Yeah, we'll do it. But don't forget, next week we got, if we don't end up with one of our big topics, which is a really great idea, that'll be you get what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay. So hopefully we get a response from those other folks, and we'll go with that idea. But if not, I think we ought to do the one about luck. Chance, if you will.
Any craps and cruise updates?
All
Well,
right.
Jim, every time he's out of school is apparently going on one.
So I have right now, I will say this. I did see where Mr. Color Up is combining forces again with Holy Roller Brian. You are going to go on the big, what is it? Holy Roller Facebook group meetup, right?
Yeah, is he in here still?
Ryan, you still in
I
there?
wonder if it's.
Don't know.
I wonder if I can pull up a website of that.
Now,
know if
with
it's on this.
with yours, are you going both times? Because there's two separate dates.
As of right now,
Which one are you going on?
the first one.
All right, so the first one.
Let me see if I can find his website.
All right. Are you trying to pull up the dates for the members or whatever? What are you trying to do? Or
Yeah.
show them the Facebook thing. And
is
again,
it only-
joining
I don't
is
think
free,
it's
but you
only
got to
through
join,
Facebook.
right?
Yeah, it's free to join his thing.
Why don't you have Brian put the number up and have Brian call in?
Oh,
Brian, are you able to call in, or are you on a beach chair in Bimini, or where are you at, Brian?
yeah, I got the
have you-
website at least.
Okay.
2025 Utopia of the Seas.
So you're going to be there
I'm going to be there
10th
for
or
sure the
14th.
10th through the 14th.
and maybe
We're
You
trying
do
to
a
make
double.
it happen the 14th through the 17th. I mean, Brian will
Okay.
be there both dates, but I'm a guest there, and some meet and greet T-shirt here. Yeah.
why don't you put the you want to put the phone thing on there?
We don't need to put. Well,
Oh, I was going to say have
He
Brian
might-
call him in and talk
We'll
about it.
put the phone number if he needs it. Let's see. I got to turn this thing on here.
All right, so Brian, if you need it, I'll give it to you verbally here. It's 678-723-1112. So that's 678-723-1112. And hopefully Brian will be the guy to
Okay, it's connected.
call.
So
all right. Maybe you can explain all
let's
this.
see. So there's some prices for it because he does. I guess he's recently hooked up.
Podcast.
Oh,
There
it
you
is.
go.
Maybe this. You're on the air. Oh no, you're not on the air. Hold on, I gotta. One more button. Now you are.
Am I?
Yeah, now you are.
Yes,
Hey,
we are.
What's up, Jim?
Hey.
What's up, Jeremy?
So maybe you could explain a little bit more about the what's happening in November as part of your cruising club.
Yeah, like Jim said, it is free to join, but it is just for club members. There is a little fee that you can register for, and we're gonna have a large group that gathers in the music hall. I think all of that's on there, and it is pretty much holyroller.com/club. But if you go to holyroller.com, that's how you sign up for the club. This sign up here is for the register for the event.
Mhm.
So we're going to have some giveaways, some special stuff, and we have an awesome special guest from Color Up himself. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, so slot pull. You're going to be giving away a dinner for two to Chops. Oh, they got to join you. They got to eat with you though, huh?
Yeah,
No,
one
I'm
of those
kidding.
things. Yeah, it's a drawing.
Yeah, primarily these are probably going to be Holy Roller fans, right? Part of his cruising club. So
Well, we have a lot of
there's crossover for sure.
people that are part. Yeah, a lot of crossover. Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to join both of us, so there's an update. If you want to play with us and do some of the other things in the private room and stuff, join his free club and then pay for the fee to do the other events. Otherwise, we'll see at the craps table. But Yeah, you can play with us.
And we have the Utopia of the Seas is an Oasis class ship.
So
they just added another craps table, so there's 3 craps tables on this ship.
now is that third craps table? Is it in that private casino room, or is that have they?
They opened up this whole big area where the comedy club used to be, and now it's just an like, I don't know if you're familiar with where the ice skating rink is, but it's a whole big casino out in front of the ice skating rink, and it's non-smoking casino with a craps table there. So
but they have 2 separate casinos now. One's non-smoking.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's 2 in the main casino, one on the non-smoking side and one on the smoking side. But then there's a craps table in the non-smoking casino, which that's pretty awesome.
Very nice. I mean, I don't know how many people you're expecting.
Can't get to this date. Well, we'll fill up a table for sure.
Yeah, I was going to say everyone's going to be in a mad
based
rush
on
to get to the
everybody
non-smoking one. Maybe.
Except for the smokers.
Yeah. If you can't make this date, sign up for the club, because we're going to be doing these periodically, and we already have a date for next year, early next year, right around the beginning of the summer, and so we're gonna be on the Wonder of the Seas for that one as well. And as far as I understand, the Wonder is going to have 3 craps tables as well.
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
That's the one I'm going to be doing in December. So we'll see.
Is the Star, is that their brand, the newest one?
Yeah, that's a brand new one. It only has 2 craps tables. I just got off the Icon of the Seas, which is exactly like the Star. Pretty much some different restaurants, different nuances, but think about it like a model of a car. When you have a certain model, a Mustang is a Mustang, but then there's like the Shelby and whatever.
Little different trim levels.
That's kind of how it is with the. Yeah, that's kind of how it is with the Icon class and the Oasis class. Those are the 2 biggest classes in Royal.
Yeah, the reason I brought it up is because I think it's the Star has 1 less slide as of now. Did you see that in the news?
That was actually the Icon.
Oh, the Icon.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a new one.
Yeah, the slide. I guess the bottom of that glass slide broke out, and I don't know if someone fell through it, but someone got hurt.
Cruise right after I got off.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
right after I got off, and then I released my my tour video, because I did a tour of the Icon, and it just so happened that the day that I released my tour video was the same day that the news came out.
Yes.
Wow.
I saw that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm glad
pretty
the guy's
wild.
okay. They tried to fat shame him or whatever and said he was too big. But Brian, can you confirm that they do actually weigh the people before they get on the ride at the top?
I at the private island, they do have some stuff like that. I didn't go on any slides when I was there on the Icon, because I'm going back on the Icon with my son and his wife very soon. So that's going to be my water park. But now I'm kind of scared to go on that one.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's just a whole nother fear level now.
Yeah, that's what immediately my wife said, and that's why I don't do those rides. I'm like, I've never heard of this happening before, but whatever. All right, well, join. Go to his website.
Very interesting.
You can see the URL up there, and join the club. And then if you want to join us and get
free.
to the private meetings and stuff, yeah, join his club for free, because then you can get the updates on further stuff. But to join me as a special guest, and Brian, and then we'll be playing that week.
And it's a blast as just a regular person,
And
not a
most
YouTuber.
likely-
It's a blast. Go ahead,
Well,
Brian.
most likely, Jeremy, we'll get you and your wife on the next one as well. We're just waiting for an offer to match up. And
Yeah.
So we will definitely have an offer for that. It's just
So that's what he's saying, because I've been waiting for
right
offers.
now-
Yeah, he's been waiting for offers, and I've been waiting for offers. I haven't got one, But I mean, they get a little better offer, so
Yeah.
they're pretty confident they're going to get an offer and let me use it, which is very nice of them. So for sure the first part of the week, but probably the whole week. Sounding like,
Because I'm gonna look at it
Yeah,
also.
I think so. I think so.
I'm definitely gonna look at it.
you're in the heat of the school year, though, aren't you?
Yeah, but that's a week where I think there's some.
Oh,
I
it's
think
like
Veterans
right before
Day or
Thanksgiving
something.
and stuff.
I think there's a Veterans Day in there, and I think there's might be some teacher work days or something. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it'd be
Maybe I
great.
can
You
get
can
my
make it work
stuff
and join
done.
us.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in.
Yeah.
Give us a little.
Maybe I can have Jim the Professor as a special guest for the second one.
Yeah, Jeremy can't show up. It's like Jim the Professor's here. It's like who? Who? Yeah.
All right.
All right,
Thanks.
thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah. See ya.
Yeah, we'll see you, man.
Let's see. What else we got here? Did we miss anything? How
There's
does
a
everyone?
yeah.
Well, let me take this off.
Yeah.
How does everyone keep track of the number of rolls you have?
So-
Is that in general question or?
Or
'Cause
DiceCon, we had state of the
Yeah,
art.
we give clickers and
Clickers,
people
yeah,
need to
pitch
write it
counters.
down. But in general, most people exaggerate or guesstimate, right? I'm pretty sure I had 80 some rolls, Jim.
Yeah, and it was
So
probably
you'll
about
get
6
that a lot,
hours because
but-
I remember I went there after breakfast, but before midnight.
Yeah.
and I was
Pretty
playing
sure.
a long time.
And then I was
Yeah.
there, the roll must have lasted 4 or 5 hours
Yeah.
and I had 80 some rolls. So yeah, I think on a general rule of thumb, most people are just guesstimating and making numbers up. But, some people, there are groups that write
Every
down or
roll.
track
Yeah,
or
yeah.
count or whatever, because, it's important to them. Or you go to a casino that's
the
specifically
counter.
counts them. I know Atlantis and Reno. I know Fremont in
Fremont does.
Vegas. But
Mhm.
I'm surprised more casinos don't, because it is a really fun kind of bragging right type of thing.
Oh, definitely.
There you go. The crowd pleaser just joined his club. There you go. He is special.
There you go. George should have a question on there about DiceCon at the Palms. And I'll say this: we went there a couple times because they had at least one $5
Yeah.
table,
Yep, they do.
and they had another
24
one
hours a
which was
day.
24 hours a day. And we went there and played. I've already got like massive offers from these guys. I just got some more in the email box. Anyway, don't know. If
Yeah, they
that's
started off
something-
giving me one night, and now it's creeped out. Then, like a couple weeks later, it was 2 nights, and now I think it's up to 3 nights.
Yeah, I think I
You could
got
stay
like
there and-
4
Okay,
nights
nice.
and stuff. So, but again, I'm out of state, but we'll see what happens. Who knows? Maybe with your new deal that's coming up, maybe you have a relationship and the power to kind of get everybody under one roof.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'd love
Comp
to
all
have,
the
like,
color up members,
I'd love to have a host casino, and I know a lot of people enjoyed the Palms, and I did too. I thought they had really good dealers, even for it having a $5 table.
$5,
and,
yeah.
it's a nice place, and yeah.
Yeah.
Other than the fake Uno marketing scam,
Was that at
all
the
is well at
Palms?
the Palms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen Uno games popping up all over. World
Mm.
Series of Uno.
They're a tribal casino. I don't know if that matters to some people.
What
Only
is,
to
what do
say
you
that
mean
if
travel?
you win,
It's part of
only
a
if
network.
you
of
win $1
groups.
million jackpot, and they refuse to pay you, you're going to go sit before their tribal board. You're not going to sit in front of the.
Ah, okay. Not in front of
I
a
don't. They
courthouse.
somewhat
yeah.
fall under the rules of Nevada Gaming Commission, but somewhat do not, because they're still an independent nation that runs it. So I'm not sure
Okay.
what deals they worked out when they came into Vegas. But there's a couple tribes now in Vegas, which is pretty cool.
I will make this statement in front of the 20 whatever listeners that we have right now. The Powerball, I think, is over 500 million now, and I will cover everybody's DiceCon who's a club member next year if I hit the 500 million. Again,
Don't you have to play it? Don't you have to play it to win it?
yeah, I've got time to go because it's tomorrow night, so I can buy a $2 ticket tomorrow.
Okay.
And
Good luck. Is that a multi-state thing?
Oh
over there
yeah,
on the East Coast.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's everywhere. I think it's the biggest game. It's bigger than Mega Million. But anyway, they've got them all over. And if
So
I
it's
hit
big
it,
enough to where you're going to go with the $2 ticket, huh? Your entry.
Yeah. Now
Okay,
I
well.
will say this: I've already bought 3 or 4 tickets. Maybe it was 5 tickets I bought because I bought them. But anyway, if I went with those tickets, I'm not covering everybody. But no, I'm teasing. It doesn't matter which one. You're a club member as of today.
Only if he wins $500 million, will he?
And I don't have to share it with like
Will he
50
pay
other
$10,000
winners.
to cover the club? Yeah.
Yeah. I got everybody's thing, and we'll have multiple dice cons at multiple hotels and stuff. So big plans if I hit the 500 million. I'm gonna try to go through the 500 million in 1 year. I'm gonna set a record. Be a high
Run
roller
it in
for
1
1
year?
year. Yeah, I'm gonna be.
Well, so
like
you'd you'd probably get like 300, right?
300.
Well, no.
250,
Well, okay. So taxes is going to take
250, right?
40%,
Or no, they're gonna,
right?
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, if you take a lump sum, they're
and
probably
you
gonna
have to
give you
take
300,
a
and
smaller
then-
amount, right?
Yeah, and that'll be half of that.
So your 500 turns to 300, and then taxes
That's
is going
why I
to take
don't wanna-
half of
that's
that.
why-
You're going to
hey,
get
that's-
150.
That's why you got to understand if there's multiple winners, I'm not doing it. No, I'm
Gotcha. Right, because it eats into that 150 million too much.
too much. But
150 million you can spend in 1 year, huh? Or that
that's
would
what
be
I'd
your
like
goal.
to try to go through. I don't know if Bonnie's down with the plan, but
That would
but
be fun.
I'll definitely be cruising a lot more.
What was that movie? Do you
What
remember
movie?
that movie, Brewster's Millions? Is that the right title, or am I thinking of something else?
I don't know.
Where the
but I
guy had
didn't see
to
it.
spend so much money to be able to inherit it or something, and he's like,
Had to
you
spend $1
remember that?
million. I never saw it.
yeah, that was the premise of the movie. Was like, hey, you have to spend so much money
To do good with it or
before,
something,
like in
or-
30 days or something like that, or something. I don't. And
check
you
into that.
find out it is very difficult. There were a couple rules, but it was very difficult to
I'll have to
spend
look into that
that
one.
much money.
Oh,
It was very entertaining from
he
what I
did say
remember.
it's Brewster's
80s or
Million.
90s. Yeah, he loved it. I think
Yeah, I'll
maybe
have
it
to
is
look
Brewster's
into it.
Million.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor. There you go. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's
I'll
it.
have to. Maybe I did see it because I used to watch a lot of old Richard Pryor.
Yeah, he was
movies.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one where he had to spend, and he was trying to, and somehow like he broke the rule or something because he
Okay.
wasn't allowed to just give it, or I don't know. I might have to check it out myself. So.
Okay.
But yeah, that'll be fun. Jim's
I got you.
150 million
So
he says spend 1 year.
everybody's gonna be there, and we'll have a blast. Again,
It
club
would only be
members
like
only.
$11 million or a little over $10 million a month you'd have to spend. So that can't. Be
I could
that
do
hard.
it. I could do it
Especially now with inflated prices.
in high roller rooms.
Yeah. All right, this is off the.
Yeah.
off
Not
the
that we
deep
ever
end.
had anything going anyway.
Yeah, we didn't, but
yeah,
it
it's
kind of
okay.
maybe felt
But
like
next
a
week,
podcast.
ladies and
it was fun
gentlemen-
hanging out with you guys, and I love your
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah. Good people.
Yeah.
But
Next
we
week
will
we should
have a
have
good
more of a
topic
structured
next
show.
weekend. Yeah.
All right, everyone. Adios.
All right. We'll see you. Bye.